Good afternoon. I had dreams. I had two dreams. One dream, I like to be a PhD, a doctorate degree holder. That's in education. The other dream was to be a world champion in my favorite sport, bodybuilding. After I became Asia #1, first ever Manipuri to get Mr. Senior Asia title, I started dreaming bigger. And that dream is to be world champion. But that very special dream, I train. I train like a robot. I train like a machine. And I can tell you exactly, every time we compete in an international level, we have to train so hard that to lose your fat, to get ripped, and to be so muscular and defined and striated on the stage, because you have to beat the whole world. So we have to do cardio. Every day after training, 2.5 to 3 hours training, gruesome training, really tough training, we have to do cardio for 40, sometimes up to 1 hour. So I use the step-up machine, and this is the most tough one and the most difficult, which people mostly don't like to do. So step up. So I counted how many times in the last 12 years after I got Mr. Asia title, to get this Mr. World title, I trained for more than 12 years. For 12 years, I used this cardio for every international competitions. I did cardio for 3 months. And one day, 40 minutes to 50 minutes, or up to 1 hour, I had to do this cardio step up. I'll tell a little bit about this training later, but let me just focus on this cardio right now. So 5 days a week, or 6 days a week, I did this cardio on a step up machine. And I calculate this height. Do you know how many Mount Everest, the height of Mount Everest I have climbed so far in these 12 years? More than 70 times the height of Mount Everest I have climbed. And I can tell a little bit how difficult bodybuilding is. Not just train an hour in the gym and make some muscles. No, you have to beat the whole world. You have to train. You have to push to the limit. And it's really gruesome training. And we had to train 2 to 3 hours a day and 6 days a week. And so many nights I would sleep with pain, with muscle sore from the gruesome training. And many nights I would toss on the bed because I couldn't sleep, and I worried what would happen after the contest. I mean, would I get #1 or would I get nothing? And many times I had to reject. I have 4 kids, I have 1 wife, I have a full-time job as a professor. And I had to reject sometimes. They like to go out for fun on the weekdays, on the weekends. But I had to compete. I had to beat the world. So I would say, kids, sorry, that is not free. So I would head for the gym. And how many years? For 12 years, I did all this. I work out, I trained like a machine, like a robot, like a piece of labor. But at the end of these 12 years, what happened? I have competed World Mr. Universe 6 times. I don't think there's anyone in Manipur who have competed Mr. Universe 6 times. And I have invested my energy, my time, money for diet. And my fun time, I sacrifice. And after this 12 years, all these things, I got nothing. No. Sometimes I got number 9. Sometimes I got number 10. Sometimes even 14. In the last champion, Mr. Universe in Moscow, for that specific contest, I trained just like before. And I got number 14. You can imagine how frustrated I was and how disappointed I was. All these 12 years, more than 12 years after training so hard, investing my time, my energy, my time, my fun time, I end up getting the best number 9 position. And I was not young. I was almost 50 years old. But right now today I'm 50 years old. But I don't look like it, do I? Thank you for your laugh. So I was very disappointed, very frustrated. And on the other side again, the IFBB, the federation I've competed for so long, dropped out this doping test. No more drug tests. But I, as a natural bodybuilder, I don't believe in steroids, I don't believe in drugs. That's why so many people respect me. I like to continue to my natural side. But now no more drug checking, doping tests, no more. So all those who use drugs and steroids can come and compete with us. And it is really unfair. So I could have said to myself, buddy, come on, forget about your dream. Give up. You better focus on raising your kids. You have 4 kids. You better focus your time with your wife, on your wife, before she goes to another one. You better focus on your job. You have a professional job before you are fired. And I could have answered, yes, you are right. I could have given up. But then, yes, I almost quit. So I went to an archery club and I talked to the young trainer and I asked him, can I be good in archery? And when he saw my strong arms, my strong chest, my apex abs, my strong legs, he told me, yes sir, you can do. If you are serious, if you work hard, you can still win. Not national, international. So I continued. 1 day, 2 days, and about a week. But deep inside my heart, I was looking to my dream, my only dream, to be world champion. So I came back. I couldn't quit. Because in the last for so many years, 24 years, I have trained for 26 years more bodybuilding. And in the last 24 years, I have learned, not only from my sports career, but also from my student life. As I came from a very, very poor family. My parents couldn't even sign their names on the paper. So for their identification, they had to use their thumbprints. And many times my parents couldn't support. And you will be amazed to hear this. I am the number 10 child. Big family with a small house. many mouths with no food. So time to time, my mother would, in the harvested time when we had no rice, she would go out to the field where she can collect some of the scraps fallen down from the harvested fields. And she would come home, and if it was raining, she would dry this paddy rice on the pot. She would dry, and she would grind, and she would cook for our meal. They couldn't even afford to feed us 2 decent meals. But many times we had little rice, but so many kids to eat, not enough rice to eat. So what would my mother do? She would go out, pluck wild vegetables. And many vegetables she would put together and cook, which we call uti. So I couldn't see uti, this special dish, Manipuri dish, because I had eaten so many times in my childhood that I even didn't like to see. But now, of course, I can eat because my life is much better than before. So I have learned through my student life, through my sufferings, through my life, my PhD in JNU, I have learned to look beyond the present crisis. I have learned to look beyond the present failure. So instead of quitting my dream, I came back and I started looking for a federation, natural federation, where I can compete fairly with my other natural bodybuilders. That's how I found INBA. Can you just put the INBA picture, please? All right, this is INBA, International Natural Bodybuilding Association. This is the federation I looked in the internet and I found, and I was very lucky. For this, to join this international Mr. World competition, I trained for 1 year. And I never knew what would happen, because bad things always happen to my life. Because Taiwan, I competed for Taiwan, and Taiwan is not a country. It doesn't have a country status, so people can put you down very easily. And we had no judges for us to stand for me. That's why I could never even be in the top 6, where I could be in the top 5 very easily. So bodybuilding is that kind of very subjective sport. Anyway, so I found this INBA in 2012. Then I started training and I asked the federation. I was born in India, but right now I'm a citizen of Taiwan. I don't have any Indian passport. Is it possible that I can represent my hometown, Manipur? I wasn't sure. And the federation told me, yes, you can. And I was so happy. And I put on the Facebook, and people supported me so much. But still, I wasn't sure what position I would get. So I went to Greece last year, Zakynthos. The Mr. World was held in Zakynthos, Greece. And I went with my bodybuilding student, an Italian student. So we two went. And when the competition was over, the challenge was over, the positions were announced. And my name, the most scary moment in, when you are on the stage is the number. The judges call you out. We never like our names to be called out first. That means from the bottom. So, okay, number 6, 5, 4. Oh, I feel better. Because I knew I was in top 3. But still, my dream is to be number 1. So I was very close, I was happy, but still not sure. So we 3 standing, holding hands. We are ready to raise anyone's hand who is announced the the last. So we 3. Okay, the last one was, number 3 was called out. Lucky, I wasn't that guy. So one guy from or I don't know, all European people. So we two were the two ones standing. So when my name was not called out of the two, I realized I was the top. And this is a medal I got last year after 14 years of hard work. The one great thing about, yes, I realized my dream, but I would say that was not the end. So today my topic, my theme is have dreams, dream bigger, and learn to look beyond the present failures, crisis. That's my theme today. So I got this last year, and then I got another bigger dream. I like to compete even higher. So this year, I went for Mr. World in Slovakia, in Nitra, Slovakia. And I went alone this time. This time also I represented Manipur. Possibly this year I will go for Manipur and India. So I got another medal. This one is a little bit heavier and newer. More shining. So this is this year's medal. This one is out of 300 athletes. I was the only one awarded. This one is called the Award of Excellence. It's not only about your muscle size. It's not only about how you perform on the stage, how you color, and how you play with the music, but they come from every angle, like your education, like your attitude, like your dedication to natural bodybuilding, and your concern for the young generations. So they come from different angles, and I would say quite lucky to get this medal, and I don't think I will ever get again. So I'm very thankful to this INBA, and I like to say a little bit about the differences between natural and the other competitions where they can use steroids and drugs. I chose to be natural because I know this will give me my dream come true, and also I know I will be healthy. And I know I will be happy with my family. I can raise my kids, and I can be happy with my wife. I can be still a good professor in my teaching job. But if I use drugs, steroids, maybe next year you will see me a guy with one kidney. Maybe my liver is out. Or maybe you will see me shrink like a balloon, so small. But let me tell you, next time I come, I will be almost similar. Because I'm natural. That's why I chose to be natural. Yeah, so why not steroids and illegal banned stuffs is, steroids and illegal, these banned stuffs, they are banned because they are bad. But now we have so many young people around the world, not only in Manipur, not only in India, but all over the world. We have so many young people who are very, very short-sighted. So my advice to them is, life is very short. Please don't make it shorter. Your life is more important than a few titles, a few medals. We have to not only think about myself, my title, and my famous or my name. No, I believe in living together with other people. So how can you support your family? If you use steroids, maybe you will die, and many bodybuilders have died. And they're dying every day. And I know that. So, if you use steroids and drugs, you are very selfish. You only care for your title. You only care for the medal. You only care for money. But you don't, what about your wife? What about your kids? If you suddenly die, overdose, who will raise them? Who will take care of your wife? And what about your loved ones? So steroids actually kills you slowly. Eventually you will die. But in natural bodybuilding, we have more confidence. And we are so proud to tell people that, hi guys, I'm a natural bodybuilder, follow me, come on. I can say that. But have you ever heard any steroid user, hey guys, I'm a steroid user. I'm so proud of using steroids. Can you follow me? No. If you ask a steroid user, athlete, even they will not tell you to use. They will never let their brothers or kids use because they know it is bad. But they use because they only care for themselves. But why we can say so proudly? Because we know it's good. Yeah. So here I like to give some humble advice to young people especially. Make your life more complete by balancing your life. I don't believe only to be a world champion. You know, if I were just a world champion, Mr. World Champion, I don't think Ivy would invite me to come here and give some speech or talk. I don't think so. They invited me because I have my PhD qualification from the best top university. That's Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. And I finished my college from DM College. It's one best college still, I think, right in Manipur. Because of my educational status, people respect me, people trust me, people can count on me. So my advice to young people is not only doing your sports well, excellent, but please don't neglect your study. At least you should have a BA or BAc level, a degree. Then it is not only about your job, it's not only about speaking English or Hindi or Manipuri, but to be respected by people and to have more self-confidence. Because self-confidence is what we build, not what we get from birth. So I say here, choose the right way which is good for you, for your family, and for the society, not for you only, because we are social animal. And don't sacrifice your precious health and life for a few medals, for a few titles. And that's what many young athletes do that. And I don't believe in that. Then, the last one is believe in yourself. It is very important to climb the ladder of success. First we have to believe ourselves. Without believing ourselves, we cannot do anything, that's for sure. And develop self-confidence. We have to develop our self-confidence by doing good things, by hard working. But when I say dream, have dreams, it doesn't mean just dream for nothing. Sometimes we dream which is unrealistic. If you say, okay, I like to be the president of America, who will listen to you? Nobody, because it is unrealistic dream. So dream is something practical, dream is something you can realize, and you know you can do that. That is called realistic, practical dream, and that's what I dream. And next time, I'm still dreaming bigger, but I'm 50 years old, but still I'm dreaming bigger. So what I like to tell people is, age is not the factor, environment is not the factor to lead you to success, but your passion, your love, your desire. Of course, you need hard work, and you need persistence. So I'm going this year in November in the USA, in California, in San Diego. I have Mr. Olympia, natural Olympia. I will be competing, and I hope I will get your blessing, and hope I can bring another yellow medal. I hope. Okay. This one is the other dream is to be a doctor. This is I already got from JNU. I got my PhD, my master, my MPhil, 1-year course. I got this from JNU, but I don't have time today, and we have many important speakers to follow. They're waiting, so I don't have time, and I love to share maybe some other time. But I can give you one chance or one way. Is my book, my journey. The son of a landless peasant on top of the world. My journey. The book and my documentary film was made last year when I came here. These two things will be published this 20 July in Iboyaimas. Sanglen, yes, Sanglen. Iboyaimas Sanglen. So.